as you can read, this is all about the joy of Christmas from our friends at Hunkydory. And I will tell you, Heidi has had a great time playing this, so please come play with us. Well, here is the complete collection of the Joy of Christmas. Now, the Joy of Christmas is a Deco large collection. That's what Hunkydory calls that. And what that means is that there's tons of die cut pieces that you can foam tape to do some layering. Now, we've got the Deco large collection right here, but we also have the, one thing I need to tell you about this. This is an exclusive set for us. Hunkydory put this together just for us. There are 139 foil pieces. There are 8 bases. There are 8 cardstock pieces. And so I'll be showing you step by step on that. There's also this little book. Now this measures 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. There are 144 designs in here. And wait till I show you what Heidi has done. There are also the inserts that are going to coordinate with both of those, 36 sheets. And then this time we have solid color parchment. There are 24 sheets. You can see all the colors. You get 3 of each color, and Heidi has used those too. So many things going on. Let's get started with our very first card. And here it is. Now we'll get in closer so that you can really see this. And this is a great example of the Deco large. Maybe even a tad closer. Thank you, Steve. So you can see that these are foam taped to create that depth. Now, even with foam tape, this isn't giantly thick. I mean, it's probably 1/4 of an inch. So if you're mailing this, I would put maybe a piece of bubble wrap over the top or just a piece of paper just to protect it going through the mail service. But look what's going on here. This, of course, is an easel card. And let me just show you how that looks. So not only has Heidi used the Deco large on the top, but a little bit on the inside, okay? And this is a great example of the coordination of the inserts with the topper collection. Now, that sparkle and shine you're seeing, you want another look at it, there it is. It is used with our glitter cards. Now this comes in a set of 10 cards, 10 matching envelopes, and the glitter is on both sides of the card. So you see it on the front here and you see it on the back. Here's a tip. If you want to, you could cut these apart. You would have 2 fronts, then you could glue them to a base card. So that's a way to get 2 for kind of almost the price of 1. So it's your choice, but look what that glitter does. And by the way, the glitter does not rub off. I'm not going to be wearing it for the next 2 days. It just doesn't do that. It's non-shedding, as we say. Now, let me show you what it means with this Deco large. So what you'll have is you will have a base card. Remember I mentioned that? That's what this is. In fact, it even says base layer up here. And with that, you get the full colored piece, and they are die cut out. So you see that, you see a border, you see greetings, all of that. That's one piece. Then there is a matching piece like this, and this is all of the bits and pieces where you can stack them with foam tape. So you get a largest piece. Now that's going to go down right on top of here. Then you look for the next size, so that's going to be this one, and then, oh, I think this one, and then as you can build it. So you don't have to follow that sequence, but that is the complete sequence. Now, let me show you what Heidi has done here. Oh, something else that you get in the topper collection is a printed cardstock. So there you go. So you can see everything is coordinating with the same artwork, and that's what makes this work so well. Now what Heidi has done is that she took her glitter card, she scored the middle of the front of it and folded it so that she would have that mechanism to make the easel card. Then she took this piece. Now at this point she's not using this side. Instead she turned it and she's using this side, and she cut 2 pieces. The measurements are down below in the gallery, and you can see here's one piece on this side, one piece on that side. And I thought it was clever that she used this border over on the left-hand side, because her flowers are going to be over here. So I thought that was really nice and goes nicely with the glitter. Okay, so that's kind of step 1 and 2. Now, she took this piece, and do you see that it's wrapped in parchment right there? So she took the white out of that parchment set. You think of it as parchment. Vellum is something how I would think of it. You can see it is somewhat translucent. And she simply cut a piece that is twice as long as this and wrapped it around. Now the reason why she had it on the back is so that when this is standing up, it will be on the back side. It kind of completes it. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I thought it created more of a finished look, as Heidi did. Now, that is going to get wrapped with the parchment, and the bottom of it is going to get glued to the bottom of the card. We want to leave the front of it freestanding. So you do that. Then what Heidi has done is she's gone into this sheet. By the way, this is called Winter Blossoms. It's right up here on the upper left corner. And she has placed several of the individual pieces, not really this one, but all the bits and pieces. So do it as you like. I'll hold this so you can get a nice look. This is flat. This has 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers, 3 layers, 2 layers, 2 layers. So you can kind of build it up in the center and let it have fewer layers toward the bottom. So that did a nice job. Now, the Season's Greetings is right here, so that gets tucked under. The other thing that she did is she added circle snow. Now there's some on the this piece. You see those kind of snow falling? Well, what she added was white jewel dazzles. And she simply put the bigger ones at the top, the smaller ones toward the bottom, and just positioned them all over. Just did a really fun job. And with, let's see, there's 540 on this sheet. That's going to go a long way. Now, on the inside, then she also used, I don't want to go too far, the gold and silver ribbon collection to add, to zot on that silver bow. So that's nice. On the inside of her card, this is, as I said, what a nice job the inserts do. And here's what that insert looks like. Now, it looks just like the printed piece that she used on the front, but instead she has turned it this way to take advantage of that same border and placed it like so. Just covered the inside of her card, put glue, and then positioned this, and then turned the card like so, trimmed that to fit, okay? So that took care of that. Then she went back to this sheet and used this piece as well as others to create a little bit of dimension, not as much as on the front, but a little bit less. So there's at most there's only 2 layers to the inside. Peace on Earth is right here with a little strip of the torn parchment coming from the edge of it. So that, and she also went back into her white, yes, the fire truck is going, the white jewel dazzles at the top to let that snowfall come down. So a lot going on, but I'll tell you, it is so easy to do because everything is die cut and you get all the beauty of it. So let me show you another idea that Heidi has. Now I know this doesn't look very exciting right now, but let me show you what's going on. This is a box, and we do have a set of those from Hunkydory. And there's also a frame on the inside. So you have a box that's going to hold this so that it's safe for transport. But let me start here. Now, this is out of our, or rather Hunkydory's handmade card boxes. They're square ones and rectangle ones. It comes flat, and all you do is fold the edges. We do recommend that you attach the pieces with the extra sticky tape because it's just going to do a really nice job of holding them in place. Now, what Heidi did is she knew that she was going to use the Santa's Here collection on the inside, so she took the insert that matches and glued it to the inside of her box before she created the box, before she folded the pieces and taped them together. So that's just a good idea. So let me set that aside. And let's get into the frame. Now, you can use this on a card just like the first one was, or you can go into these Deco large box frames. We keep these on hand so that whenever Hunkydory releases a Deco large kit, we have these for you. And again, just like the boxes, it will make rectangular and square frames. And it also has some extra words that are foiled and die cut for you, like this thinking of you, as well as the sent with lots of love. That is included in the package. Now, let me show you what she's done. So she took, and here are the pieces out of the topper collection. So here is the base card, as you can see. Here is the sheet of all of the foil die cuts, and as you can see, there are big ones and little ones. And then there's also the adorable scorable, the cardstock that comes with it. So what she did is, before she created her frame, she cut just the plaid side of it to the size of the inside of the frame and glued that in place. Okay, so that becomes all taken care of. Then the frame is put together, and the frame, let's see, let me show you. This is the rectangle. So it's simply going to, it comes flat, everything is scored, and all you do is push these like so, just go right along the lines. Whoops, I pulled out two. And when you bring these together, you're going to put your tape here, and then you're going to fold these in, and these are going to nest and make a mitered corner, very, very clean. And this is why she wanted to put that piece in the front or in the base before she did all the folding. And it looks like I actually pulled out a square one, so you can just see the difference, but they go together exactly the same way. So simple to do, easy to do. And so we've got this on the inside of our frame. Then she took this base piece and put that in the center. These corner pieces, you can see that she glued them, extending a little bit away from this piece because it is this rectangle shape. Then, as you know, she went into this piece and chose which layers she wanted. So to see the biggest one, and then to layer going down. So this one looks like it's complete. It has that whole village. And then we have Santa in the sky, as you can see on the base piece. And you simply layer him as you want to. Now, because this frame is about 1/2 inch thick, you can do all of the layers if you want to, or you can choose to use some of them on another project. Kind of like she did the front of her card and the inside of her card on the first project, you can do that here. I thought this was really fun, that she pulled off one of the borders and let it span across the frame. I thought that was really a nice touch. Now she went back into those same gold and silver ribbons and used the gold ribbon right there. And then also she used the Hunkydory's Christmas sparkles, and she just put a gold one on each end just to finish that off. So really nice. And as I said, you can go right into the box. It's going to fit perfectly, and you can send it. Now, if you wanted to put a piece of bubble wrap or a little packaging inside, or if you have a little gift, that will work well, and this will go right through the mail. So nice to do it. Okay, let's see what else. Now, there were more pieces in this collection, and I'm thinking specifically about this little book of Christmas joy. And Heidi has used it right here. And this time, keeping our glitter scene going on, yes, we have gold glitter cards, and that's what she's used here. And you can see, again, the gold glitter goes all the way, and it doesn't rub off. You can see nothing's floating around. So that's a fun look. Now, what she did is, in this book, you're going to get 6 pieces of every image. So you're going to get 6 of these little guys. Now what she did is she took the one and she matted it. Well, first of all, she cut out a piece of, this is the red parchment, and doesn't that just pop against the gold? So she cut that and glued it at an angle behind this piece, okay? This piece then is going to get matted onto our gold metallic cardstock, which, by the way, I think there's 3 pieces in this for a really good price, so that's nice to share with you. And then she glued that to the front of her card. And by the way, all the cards that I've shown you are 5 by 6.5. So that's, or both the cards I've shown you. So that works nicely. Now, you can see when I turn this, she has made this into a Deco large, but she used her scissors. Now, I tested this, and I think that if you have trouble cutting out or prefer not to cut out, you could use this piece out of the Deco Large collection, because it looks to me like the designs match the size perfectly. So as you can see, it's the same image, and what she has done is she has cut out the little boy by himself. She's cut the little girl several times, and one time without legs, okay, so that can pop up. She's cut that little dog twice and has layered them up with foam tape. Now, that will work well, and that's fun to do, I think, if you like cutting. If you don't like cutting, there's another option, which is to incorporate this with the Deco Large. So your choice. That gingham bow is out of the red ribbon set. You've got dots, you've got glitter, you've got all sorts of things. Now, the magic there comes out of our Christmas set, and this is the Christmas greetings. Now, you get script, and you also get the tiny words. So you get it in gold and silver and red and green, and you can see the red magic right there, which is just sort of perfect. Now, on the inside of the card, she has gone into the insert and positioned it right there. But look what else she did, and I think it's really smart. She took another piece of the parchment, cut a little square, glued it into the center, and then just trimmed it off. Then took a piece of that gold metallic cardstock, you know, the one that she used to mat, and placed the Dear Santa Dazzles and glued it there, and then added another little bow. I mean, it's just, that parchment just adds a really nice striking color, but a really nice touch, both on the front and on the inside of her card. So that worked nicely. Okay, I have one more card to share with you, and here it is. This too is using a piece out of that little book of Christmas joy. So everything gets used. Now, Heidi's done something different this time. Well, Heidi does something different pretty regularly. As I said before, this card too is 5 by 6.5. And what she's done is she has taken our blue glitter. We do have blue glitter cards, but this is just the blue glitter pieces, just the 8.5 by 11 sheets. And she has cut a sheet that is as long and as wide as her card, or a little bit narrower than her card. And then she's made it longer, so I believe it's 9 inches long. Then from the left side, she scored at 1.5 inches, and then again at 3 inches. And then she folded it like this, a mountain fold and then a valley fold. Before she glued it to her card, she also took a piece of the snowfall acetate. This is Hunkydory. Now there's packages that have 5 in them, and there's packages that have 16. So just however many you think you're going to use, we've got the package for you. I love having this at Christmas time because it just does such a great job of so many things, and this is one example. So what Heidi did is she cut her acetate 5 inches wide. Now the card is 6.5 inches, but she cut it 7 inches long so that she could score it 1/2 inch and then glue that or tape it with the extra sticky tape on the back of the glitter. That way it's going to hold in place. Then she could glue the glitter to the front of her card and have this piece. Okay, so let's talk about this piece first. So with this, you can see with blue, very often people like to use silver, and that's what Heidi did. So she used our silver metallic cardstock, cut a piece right here, and then this pack that I just showed you a minute ago, that is the Christmas greetings script and tiny words and phrases. Well, you can see this one is actually in green, even though it blends well with all the blues that are going on. And of course, this ribbon bow is out of the blue ribbon set, so that glitter is also there. Now, to hold this down, Heidi felt that she wanted to hold it down a little bit. So she went back into the Christmas sparkles, this set, and she placed a couple of the silver ones on top of the acetate. And then she took a Zot and positioned it behind the sparkle just to hold this down so it's not popping forward, because we want this to pop forward so that the card can stand up. And when it stands up, you're going to see the Merry Christmas kind of popping toward you. So we have the snowfall here. We have, oh, and she also put some of these, some more, well, as I said, she put them there, but she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, but there's only 2 Zots behind them, so you don't have to put them behind everyone. So I think you can see that. There you go. Okay, now she also did something that I forgot to talk to you about, and again, this is out of the little book of Christmas Joy. So she found that piece and did mat it. So as I said, now she did cut some of the pieces out. Again, you get 6 pieces in this pad, so you can cut some out. So that's your choice. She cut the, you can see that bridge as well as the tree, this part of the bridge and another tree, foam taped them. It just gave some dimension, but then she covered it with the snowfall. So really, really nice. On the inside of her card, well, she went back to the inserts because they're going to match, glued that down, but she also kept a strip of the snowfall. So did the same thing, make it a ½ inch longer, attach it with extra sticky tape to the back of the insert, then glued it down. And you can see that it does a nice job of staying in place. The Very Merry is part of that Dazzle collection, and that blue is the same thing. It's out of the sparkles. So the same products are being used repeatedly, and that just makes it very easy. So indeed, it is the joy of Christmas. We've got the Deco Large Collection. We have the inserts to really easily complete the insides of your projects. We also have the colored parchment. In fact, I'll put that over there just so you can still see all the colors. And then that really fun little book of Christmas Joy. Well, we hope your Christmas is full of joy, and hope you enjoyed joining us with Heidi and her work with the Hunkydory collection. And want to remind you, there is a money saver, you know, on the right side of your screen. And want to thank you for absolutely for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you next time.